James Williams, thanks for joining us today. So moving out east, what were the three intersections of most concern?
Well, the third most dangerous intersection in the east was Burke Road and Doncaster Road in Baldwin North. The second most dangerous intersection was identified as Burwood Highway and Springvale Road in Forest Hill. And the top most dangerous intersection in the east of Melbourne was identified as Mountain Highway, Wantirna Road and Boronia Road in Wantirna.
And what were the specific issues raised in Wantirna?
Well, for those of you that know Mountain Highway and Wantirna Road, you'll know that that is a very complex intersection in the middle suburbs of Melbourne. It's three roads coming together, three highways, if you like, all coming together, not quite symmetrically. So you get through Mountain Highway and then you find yourself in Wantirna Road and beyond that Boronia Road as you go down the hill towards Eastlink. So it's a complex intersection. There are numerous sets of traffic lights, but the real complexity here is that if you're on Mountain Highway heading towards Eastlink, there is very small side streets coming off where people are trying to duck in to Mountain Highway, and that's creating frustration for drivers, but also a road safety risk as well.
And are there the same concerns there for different groups of road users, maybe pedestrians and for cyclists, or is it more about the motorists at this particular intersection?
This is a very heavy concern for motorists. About 95% of respondents at this intersection were driving a motor vehicle. But we've also noticed that this is very time sensitive. So it's the peak hours where we're seeing the congestion. But with that congestion comes the road safety behaviours that we're really concerned about.
What solutions are we going to suggest for Wantirna?
Well, certainly around Wantirna and that complex intersection, we need to have a really close look at the traffic signals. We also need to have a look at whether they're in the right positions and whether we need to have some traffic signals further back on Mountain Highway in particular. But also those right turns, particularly if you're coming from Wantirna Road at the Wantirna Mall there, turning right into Mountain Highway or Boronia Road down to Eastlink, making sure that they're timed right and that people are having enough time to get through. Also, if you look at it from the pedestrian perspective, and we said earlier that there aren't a lot of pedestrians going through that intersection, possibly because it is so dangerous. So if we can have a look at active transport and how we can have separation of cycling from general traffic, that will be an enormous benefit from a road safety perspective as well.
If you're enjoying this video, give it a like and share it with your friends and family. We post new RACV videos every day, so hit subscribe and press the notification bell to stay up to date with our latest motoring, home and travel content.
If I can turn the tables for a minute, Andrea, I'd love to ask you a question. Having safer vehicles is so important. You're the motoring editor at RACV. Interested in your view on what's coming up in the new vehicle technology space to really reinforce safer intersections in Melbourne.
What we've seen in the last few years is the rapid adoption of advanced driver assistance systems across a range of vehicles. So it's no longer technology that's just fitted to high-end luxury cars. The most affordable cars on the market are being fitted with a system of cameras and radars designed to keep drivers and motorists and also pedestrians safer on the roads. So we're talking about things like blind spot warning, which will let you know if there's a vehicle kind of approaching in your blind spot where you perhaps can't traditionally see them in a wing mirror, right through to technology which will actually help you to get out of that issue where the car is seeing an issue and it's potentially helping you and steering you out of that situation. Hyundai and Kia are coming up with technology like junction assist. So if you're choosing to turn right out of a junction, it will actually sound an alert if it senses that a car's approaching too quickly and potentially even steer you out of that situation as well, or apply the brakes to make sure that you don't engage in a collision. There's a whole bunch of systems that are coming to cars now designed to keep motorists safe, but also focused on pedestrians, on cyclists.
And how does somebody make a decision about the best safety features in a vehicle? How do you make a call on that as a consumer? How do you know what's out there and what a car offers? And are we seeing an increase in price because of these features?
There's not necessarily an increase in price, and that's really encouraging. I think we're seeing a lot of new brands coming to market, and their price of entry is a 5-star ANCAP rating. So if you've got that 5-star ANCAP rating, you can be assured that it's got an appropriate level of technology. What we are also seeing is that not all car companies implement that technology in the same way. So some systems work differently to others. Some of them are known to be a little bit annoying, perhaps if there are too many bleeps and bongs letting you know that you're perhaps not the world's best driver. But there are other systems which perform better for our road conditions. So there's assessment that's ongoing, looking at that technology, looking at how it's implemented in the country to make sure that it works for everybody. But of course, not every driver has access to the latest technology. So there's some basic things that people can do to keep themselves safe on the road. And that's as simple as making sure that their seat's set up correctly and that they've adjusted their mirrors so they can see around the vehicle. It's a basic thing, but it's something that everybody needs to do. Particularly if you're sharing a vehicle with another driver, you need to make sure that your seating position is correct and you've got that vision around the car. That includes adjusting your rearview mirror and also your side mirrors as well. Also, other basic things like making sure that your windscreen's nice and clean, and that your headlights are polished. All of those things can help you see in the dark, can help you see through intersections, and will just keep you safe on the road. James, have you got any messages for the people that took the time to complete the survey?
Well, certainly a gratitude and thanks to the 12,300 road users that took the time to participate in RACV's campaign. And we will take those results and advocate for improvements to government. But also a message to everyone that road infrastructure is key, it's vital. We all want safer roads and safer intersections across Victoria. But road safety is with everyone, and it's absolutely important that we all drive safely and be conscious and mindful of other road users, particularly vulnerable road users like pedestrians and bike riders on our roads.
Thanks, James.
Thanks, Andrea.
And there you have it, the most dangerous intersections as voted by you. If you want to see how other parts of Melbourne ranked, subscribe to our YouTube channel to watch the full results of the My Melbourne Road Survey. Were you surprised by the results? Which intersections do you think need urgent attention? Let us know in the comments, and if you found this video useful, give it a like and share it with your friends and family. We post new RACV videos every day, so hit subscribe and press the notification bell to stay up to date with our latest motoring, home and travel content. Thanks for watching and stay safe on the roads.